The battle cries echoing from every corner of the galaxy had now given way to a deep silence. The relentless war between humans and aliens had ended, but the destruction and suffering left behind served as a stark reminder of how fragile peace was. Serafina, clad in her glowing blue space suit, sat quietly in a corner of a war-damaged ship. Her eyes were fixed on a hollow screen displaying a list of post-war rescue operations. Suddenly, a message on the screen caught her attention. Alien children are stranded on planet Xylon. The distress call has gone unanswered. Her heart tightened. Xylon was one of the most dangerous places in the galaxy. Neither humans nor aliens dared to approach this planet. Serafina could not abandon these innocent children to their fate. As her eyes stared off into the distance, her mind wandered through the shadows of the past. Once, she had a younger sister named Lyra. Lyra was Serafina's world, her joy and source of hope. However, a merciless illness had taken the life of the young girl at a tender age. Serafina had blamed herself for not being able to prevent her sister's death. Not being able to be by Lyra's side during her illness was her greatest regret. These painful memories were a deep wound within her. Since then, she had made a vow to herself. She would never again put her loved ones in danger, and at any cost, she would protect the innocent. As she looked at the ship's control panel, Lyra's smile suddenly appeared in her mind. The joyful moments spent with her younger sister brought a wave of bittersweet sadness. Lyra's bright eyes and cheerful voice now lived only in her memories. Serafina remembered Lyra's last days. Even while lying weakly in bed, her little sister had tried to smile at her. "Sister, everything will be okay," Lyra had said, holding Serafina's hand. However, the pain and guilt within Serafina had not eased with those words. When Serafina made the decision to save the children, the impact of this pain and regret was immense. By rescuing these children, she hoped to alleviate, even just a little, the burden of not being able to save Lyra. Each time she looked into Ryland's and the other children's eyes, she was reminded of Lyra's innocent and hopeful face. Before Serafina and her team reached Xylon, the alien children were struggling to survive on their own. One of these children, Ryland, had become the natural leader of the group. Ryland was slightly older and braver than the others. He had grasped the seriousness of the situation and was guiding the others. Ryland turned to his friends and said, "We can't stay here. This place is too dangerous. We need to find shelter." The small group began to move under Ryland's leadership. Throughout their journey, they faced many dangers. Poisonous plants, predatory animals, and a hostile environment awaited them. During their trek, the children had to cooperate to survive. Finding water sources, gathering food, and searching for shelter became a struggle under Ryland's guidance. One day, while searching for water, the group was attacked by a massive creature. Ryland quickly decided, shouting, "Everyone hide!" The children took cover behind nearby rocks, waiting for the creature to pass. After the creature had moved away, Ryland said, "This shows how careful we need to be. We must stay together and always be on guard." After days of difficult travel, the children finally found a safe place. A large and spacious cave appeared to be a natural refuge. Ryland carefully examined the cave to ensure it was safe to enter. "This place is perfect. There's enough space inside, and it will protect us from the dangers outside," he said. The children set up small camps inside the cave and began to rest. The cave was cool and dry, providing protection from the harsh weather outside. Ryland ensured safety by placing guards at the entrance. In the days spent in the cave, a new order began to emerge among the children. Ryland established a system where everyone shared responsibilities and supported each other. Some went out to search for food while others worked on finding water and making the cave more livable. Ryland said, "As long as we work together, we'll be safe here. Everyone needs to do their part." This new arrangement helped the children stay strong both physically and mentally. One day, Ryland found an old communication device on a hill outside the cave. He didn't know if the device would work, but there was no other option but to try. As he worked on repairing the device, the other children helped him. Eventually, they managed to get the device working and sent out a distress call. Ryland said, "I hope this message reaches someone and they come to rescue us." Despite her superior's objections, Serafina decided to deviate from her orders. She took her place at the captain's chair and set the course for Xylan. Accompanying her were only her loyal crew members, Engineer Kira, Combat Pilot Jax, and Dr. Alera. All of them trusted Serafina's decision and were ready to embark on this dangerous journey with her. Kira, checking the ship's engines, said, "This will be the craziest mission we've ever had." Jax, reviewing the weapon systems with a smile, added, "But it will also be the most meaningful." Alera, while organizing medical supplies, whispered, "We'll save those children." The planet Xylan was filled with intense acid rains and massive predatory creatures. As their ship entered the planet's orbit, the density of the atmosphere shook everyone inside. Serafina said, "Everyone, get ready. This is going to be tougher than we thought." As they descended to the planet's surface, a small energy source appeared on their radar. It indicated the location of the children. However, as soon as they landed, dangerous creatures surrounded them. Jack said, "We need to move quickly. We can't stay here long." As Serafina and her team advanced toward the children's hiding place, the dangers around them grew with every passing minute. Finally, they arrived at the entrance of a small cave. From inside, they could hear the frightened voices of the children. Serafina said, "I'll go in and get them. You stay outside on guard." When she entered the cave, she was stunned by the sight before her. The small alien children were huddled together, looking at her with fearful eyes. Serafina approached them slowly and, in a gentle voice, said, "Don't be afraid. I'm Commander Serafina. I'm here to rescue you." Serafina began to devise a plan to safely get the children back to the ship. Kira said, "I'll need at least 10 minutes to get the engines running again." Jax, preparing his weapons, warned, "We don't have enough ammunition to handle these creatures." Turning to the children, Serafina said, "I need you to stay strong. We're going to get out of here together." The children felt a bit reassured by her courage and determination. Serafina and her team managed to get the children aboard the ship and left Xylan. The children finally felt safe. Serafina turned to Rylan and said, "You've been a true leader. You played a major role in the survival of these children." Rylan replied, "We all did it together." On their way back to the ship, they were continuously attacked by creatures. Jax and Kira tried to fend off the creatures while Serafina protected the children. Dr. Alera was busy treating an injured child. Finally, when they reached the ship, Kira got the engines running, and the ship took off swiftly. However, the creatures did not give up their pursuit. Jax shouted, "The weapons aren't effective enough." Serafina took control of the ship, trying to escape the rough terrain. After a long and perilous escape, they finally reached a safe zone. The children were secure inside the ship. Serafina took a deep breath and said, "We made it." The team had successfully completed this challenging mission. Serafina looked at the children one last time. Seeing them safe brought a slight easing of the pain within her. The memory of Lyra was still fresh, but Serafina now knew she could use this memory as a source of strength. By rescuing these children, she had honored both herself and Lyra.